He raised his glass that night, bourbon swirling under the chandelier, and said, "To my son, the pride of the Stone family. To Ethan." The room erupted in applause. I didn't. I just sat there, at the edge of the table, the same place I'd always been, just out of the light. The air smelled of steak, smoke, and hypocrisy. Dad's hand rested on Ethan's shoulder, proud and heavy, like a medal he never gave me. When he finally turned my way, his smile thinned. "And Riley," he said, pausing just long enough for the insult to sharpen, "thank you for keeping the house running." The laughter that followed wasn't cruel, it was worse. Pity. I smiled, quiet, polite. That's when I decided he would regret every word. Dad was a colonel. Order, medals, reputation, that was his gospel. Image over everything, even family. Ethan was the golden son, charming, loud, a mirror of him. I was the shadow, the quiet one, the thinker. When Mom got sick, I handled the hospital bills, managed the calls, the meds. Ethan was too busy. Dad praised him anyway. When Mom died, Dad called me a burden, said I was draining the family with my emotions. That was the night I stopped looking for his approval. It started with small things, Ethan's reports, his deployment history, the awards he flaunted but never earned. I had access, quiet clerical work in logistics. Dad didn't know that behind every promotion Ethan got, I saw the signatures, the discrepancies, the favors pulled by Dad's friends. When Ethan was made captain, I saw the paper trail, unearned commendations, fake citations. My father's doing. He built Ethan's career on forged respect, and buried mine under silence. I didn't confront him. I studied. I learned his rhythm. The bourbon before dinner, the half smile before lies, the phone calls made after midnight. Then I started moving the pieces. It took 3 years. 3 patient, methodical years. I gathered evidence, not forged, not twisted, true. Transfers, backdoor promotions, nepotism. Every file backed by a timestamp, every document double-copied, stored where he'd never think to look, under Ethan's own digital signature. Then I made a few subtle suggestions to the right people, inspectors, auditors, journalists. I didn't need to destroy them. I just needed to let the truth breathe. The night everything broke, Dad hosted a dinner. Same table, same bourbon. Ethan had just been shortlisted for a command position overseas. Dad was ecstatic. He lifted his glass again, grinning. "To the Stone legacy," he said. I raised mine too, this time not in silence. "To legacies built on truth," I said. He didn't notice the edge in my tone, but Mom would have. The television behind him flickered. CNN's logo appeared mid-toast. Then the anchor's voice cut through the laughter. "Breaking! Military investigation reveals forged documents in multiple promotion files, allegedly tied to Colonel Henry Stone and Captain Ethan Stone. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Riley Stone has been promoted to Brigadier General following exemplary service and integrity during the inquiry." Silence, the kind that breaks ribs. Dad's glass trembled, bourbon sloshing onto his sleeve. Ethan froze, face draining of color. Mom's portrait above the mantel caught the light, calm, watchful. I didn't move, didn't smile, didn't need to. He tried to speak, but words collapsed in his throat. How could you?" "I didn't," I said. "You did. I just stopped covering for you." Ethan stood, panicked, looking to him for help. Dad couldn't meet his eyes. The uniform he worshipped, the one he said I'd never earn, suddenly meant nothing. The empire of lies they built together fell, not with noise, but with silence. My silence. The investigation made headlines for weeks. Dad resigned under personal reasons. Ethan was stripped of rank, pending charges. They called it a tragedy of ambition. I called it balance. Now, months later, I sit alone in my office. The stars of my new rank stitched cleanly on my shoulder. The same bourbon bottle sits on my desk. I pour one glass, just like he used to. I think of his words, burden. The word echoes, but it no longer hurts. It reminds me of what pressure does to coal, turns it into something unbreakable. Sometimes revenge isn't rage, it's patience. It's the art of letting truth do what bullets can't. It's watching a man drown in his own reflection, the same reflection he once demanded you live up to. I didn't ruin him. He handed me the match. I just struck it. And when the flames caught, I didn't look away. They still whisper my name in the halls, the general who exposed his own bloodline. Let them. I've learned something my father never did. Honor isn't inherited. It's earned in silence, proven in truth, and paid for in full. And sometimes, the quietest revenge is the loudest legacy.